Tired of dealing with annoying flies, fruit flies, and gnats in your home? The Zevo Flying Insect Trap is your ultimate solution. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description now to get your Zevo Flying Insect Trap on Amazon and enjoy a bug-free home today.
Nestled among the rolling hills of the French countryside in the small village of Correns sits Chateau Miraval, the centuries-old 1,200-acre property Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie purchased for $28.4 million in 2008. For the A-list megastars, the sprawling estate was an idyllic escape from the hustle and bustle of Hollywood. It was a place where their young children played with goats and chickens and rode dirt bikes, and where, in August 2014, Jolie and Pitt exchanged vows in front of 20 guests in a private stone chapel. A little more than a decade later, the winery is at the center of Pitt and Jolie's seemingly never-ending feud. A legal battle that initially began after Jolie filed for divorce in September 2016 over custody of their 6 children. They share Maddox, 22, Pax, 20, Zahara, 19, Shiloh, 18, and 16-year-old twins Knox and Vivian, shifted to a tug-of-war over the chateau when Pitt, 60, sued Jolie, 49, for selling her stake to a Russian billionaire in February 2022. The acrimonious exes have been going back and forth ever since, slinging mud through attorneys and legal filings, and dragging out what has become one of the nastiest celebrity divorces of all time. On July 18, Jolie's lawyer Paul Murphy told our channel the Eternals actress has asked her ex to withdraw his lawsuit and end the fighting and finally put their family on a clear path toward healing. While a source close to the matter says all Jolie wants is peace, 2 additional sources exclusively share in the latest issue of Us it's unlikely Pitt will back down. Brad has no plans to drop the suit, says one source, noting that the bullet train actor feels doing so will only prolong their legal drama in the end. Brad knows there will be no resolution. He has nothing to gain by dropping it. 8 months after Pitt filed a lawsuit against Jolie for selling her share of Miraval to Russian oligarch Yuri Shefler, Jolie's former company, Nouvel, filed a $250 million cross-complaint claiming Pitt wanted to retain full control of the winery as revenge for their split and their subsequent child custody battle. While lawyers for Pitt say the former couple had agreed not to offload their stakes to a third party without the other's consent, a source close to the matter tells us, there is no contract, written or verbal, that Pitt can point to that said if he refused to purchase her shares that she can't sell to anyone else. In fact, Pitt is the one who said they would not need a contract for that. Jolie's legal team claimed the actress intended to sell her share of the vineyard to Pitt until he insisted she sign an expansive NDA, non-disclosure agreement, prohibiting her from speaking out about Pitt's physical and emotional abuse of her and their children. In her legal documents, Jolie described events she alleges took place on board a private jet 5 days before she filed for divorce, in which she said a drunken Pitt grabbed her by the head and shook her and poured wine and beer on her and their children. In a motion filed in April, attorneys for Jolie claim Pitt's history of physical abuse of Jolie started well before the family's September 2016 plane trip. In May, a judge ordered Jolie to provide 8 years' worth of NDAs that she's used with third parties. Pitt's legal team is looking to prove his request to have Jolie sign one is a common business practice. The issue of NDAs has become a key battleground in the dispute, Pitt's attorney, Michael Lawrence, tells us. Jolie claims she backed out of selling her stake to Pitt after he asked her to sign an unconscionable privacy agreement as part of the business deal, a defense Pitt insists is undermined by her own routine use of NDAs. Jolie's attorney refutes that. For Pitt to equate common NDAs they both routinely use covering confidential information employees learn at work with him attempting to cover up his history of criminal abuse is shameful, Murphy tells us. In a July 25 filing, Jolie's lawyers said Pitt's NDA was specifically designed to force her silence and that evidence will show why Jolie's sale to Pitt fell apart over Pitt's demand to expand the NDA to cover his years of abuse, denials and cover-up, adding that Jolie plans to use Pitt's own contemporaneous communications describing and demonstrating exactly the behavior he later sought to cover. The Babylon actor contends he didn't use the NDA to attempt to cover up any abuse.